Good morning, beautiful people. Today is Wednesday, November the 2nd. Another beautiful Vay Wednesday. I'm out here in West Palm Beach, Florida. Just coming off of the trip to Miami for the Bills game. Bills lost, unfortunately, in a very, very unsatisfying way, but live to fight another day. There's still another half of the season left, so not too worried about it. But I feel like I'll be talking about a lot of like qualitative stuff. So I'm gonna take you through some of the quantitative numbers of what it looked like this weekend for me to come down to Miami. And I was essentially selling merchandise. So the Bills have a very strong community, like I've told you guys before. And in the respective cities, they have what are called Bills backers groups and Bills backers bars. So there's a president of the Bills backers groups in different cities, and then they meet at specific bars and they have tailgates and stuff like that. And when they come into a town like Miami, this is probably the biggest Bills backers group here. So they had three different bars that were all packed. They had a tailgate that was like at least 1,000 people. And I felt like it'd be a great opportunity for me to come and connect with the different Bills backers groups, as well as the organizers and the fans of the Mafia, and sell my merchandise, sell our apparel, these shirts, which I actually ended up cutting up. So the trip in total cost me. Actually, let's talk about what I expected to sell. I expected to sell about 40 shirts at $50 a piece, which was going to be $2,000 that I would make, right? So I brought two suitcases worth of stuff. I brought about 80 shirts or so. Yeah, I would say I brought 80 to 90 shirts. Expected to sell about half of that inventory, and go back with like one suitcase full of stuff. In total, I spent $1,569.05 to come here. The expenses, I paid $240 for my flight here. I paid $209 for the bag fees from Frontier. That kind of messed me up because Frontier charged me an extra $150 at check-in because my bags were 50 pounds. And of course, Frontier is a budget airline, so they have a limit of 40 pounds. So I had to pay extra 150. That really hurt me. For Ubers, I paid $281.59. Did not rent a car. Thinking back on it, maybe it might have been better for me to rent a car for those 3 days that I was in Miami. I was there from Friday up until Monday, and I probably could have got a good rate on a rental car and been able to move a little bit more conveniently. But then I would have had to account for paying for parking and stuff wherever I went or trying to park. I just Ubered everywhere, had my suitcases with me, Ubered to the game and the tailgate and stuff, and it just made life a lot more convenient for me. Food, I paid $217.44. That was with going out to eat with a friend. All of the food that I got, that I ate, and then the food at the event was at the game was hella expensive too. And after I worked on Saturday, I was like, man, I've been working from 2 till like 6 p.m. Let me treat myself to a nice dinner. I did go out with a friend, and got some drinks. Got two drinks, expensive as hell. I never go out, but I didn't realize how expensive it was to get drinks. It was like $82.81 for four drinks, two for me, two for my friend. Ridiculous. I'm glad I'm not an outside person because I'd be broker than I already am. Valet was $20. I went to the gym with another friend that lives here. The day pass was $36.24. Hella expensive once again, but beggars can't be choosers. I got a game ticket for $100 right outside the stadium. I had bought my ticket on StubHub, but StubHub didn't send me my ticket. So I'm outside the stadium about to buy another one on Ticketmaster, and I forgot to ask Ty to put a ticket in for me. I didn't know whether I was going to go to the game or not, so I didn't want Ty to get me a ticket and me not go. So I'm standing outside the stadium, and this dude comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, you're not looking for a ticket, are you? My wife bailed on me. I have an extra ticket. You can get it for 200." And I was like, "I got $100 bill on me." And he said, "Bet, fine, as long as I can make something." And the dude Dave we ended up sitting together. We ended up talking about life and stuff. He ended up being a really cool person and gave me his number. He lives down here. He's retired Marine, really cool dude. So Dave, I know you're never going to see this, but appreciate you for being a shining light on Sunday for me. And then I bought a table. I bought 3 tables from Walmart for Sunday. And then I ended up being able to keep 2. Somebody jumped through 1 because that's what the Bills do. Took the 2 tables back to Walmart. So I ended up paying $58.79 for a table. And then my American flight was $288.18. And the bag fees, which was 1 bag fee, was $35. So pretty like a little bit on the more expensive side in terms of coming here, but thankfully I didn't have to pay for a hotel or anything because my friend lives in Miami, and where I have a friend, I have a place to sleep. So I was able to just crash at his crib and Uber from his crib and stuff like that. He was working in and out, super convenient. So paid $1,569 total for the trip. Ended up making $3,757.74. So more than I expected. We ended up selling out pretty much of everything. It got to the point where on Sunday before the game, people were like, we sold out of the larges and XLs on Saturday at the Bills backers tailgate. One thing about drunk people, when they get drunk, they gonna make poor financial decisions. Not saying that they is a poor financial decision, but people are cashing out. Sold out of those shirts on Saturday. Sunday came and I was wearing my cut ups like I always do. And folks were like, can you just cut a 2XL up and make it fit me? You know? And I was like, bet I can definitely do that for you. Which was super clutch because it allowed us to get rid of some of those bigger sizes that we would usually hold on to. So let's calculate it. We made 3754.74. Subtract that from how much we spent, 1569.05. And we profited $2,185.69. Of course, that doesn't take into account what we spent on the shirts, but that's a good profit. We made a pretty good profit on that. Yeah, I think that's a good profit that we made. And we also got to integrate with the Bills Mafia community because every person that buys a shirt, every person that meets me, every person that follows us on social media is just a new disciple into the gospel of A, and coming into the brand ecosystem and seeing what we have to offer. Eventually they'll become a customer. Eventually they'll support something that we have going on. So I'm pretty pleased with the outcome. That honestly was the best event that we've had so far this season outside of that first week where we had the Ravens game. We had 3 events and we just like made a killing. It was the first game of the season. All the hype was there. And we were at home, so we didn't have to pay for travel or anything like that. So that was a really good event. This past weekend, I decided to come out to West Palm. I ended up missing my flight because they wouldn't let me check my bag past the 45-minute deadline. I don't ever check bags, so I didn't know that I had to be there 45 minutes before. I usually get to my flight maybe 30 minutes before, get through security in 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'm at my gate. But they didn't let me in with all the cancellations. They didn't have any flights out of Miami or Fort Lauderdale until Thursday. So they had 1 seat left on the flight to West Palm, the flight from West Palm to Buffalo for Tuesday. So I just decided to take a bright line up here to West Palm, hang out with my friend Christian, see his newborn baby that's fresh out the wrap, 2 weeks old, and then hang out with his daughter who's also turning 1, and Taylor, his wife, and kick it with them for a couple of days. What became a couple of days because it's snowing up in Buffalo. So Ty was pretty much like, bruh, if I was you, I would just stay up in West Palm. So here enjoying the weather. American was able to change my flight for me at no charge. So I'm going to fly to Buffalo tomorrow morning and then get ready for the Buccaneers game. We have 2 events on Saturday. One with TSE, the like people that make the signed memorabilia and stuff like that for the Bills, and then one with The Challenge, which is an MTV show. They're coming up to Buffalo. So 2 events on Saturday. We have the game on Sunday. So those 3 days, we should make a good amount of bread. I already put the order in for another 100 or so shirts. So I'm hoping to clear that out this weekend for sure. And hoping the Bills get a dub. Right now, currently planning a big holiday market. One of the things that was really important to me for the rest of the year was engaging with the community and not just selling merchandise and taking people's money, but bringing people together and um, helping the local economy in Buffalo. So I'm planning a holiday market right now with a few of the bigger businesses in Buffalo. So we're going to have a holiday market where we have about 20 to 30 businesses, small businesses in Buffalo. We're going to spotlight them, allow them to set up. We're going to have a signing with a few of the athletes, including Ty. We're going to have some activations. And then we're going to probably try to do like 1 to 2 fitness classes, which will be really, really cool. And I'm very excited about it because it'll be our first like big event that we're putting on in Buffalo. It's going to be on December the 6th, the last home game before Christmas. So I think that this will be a great opportunity for all of the diehard Bills Mafia to get all of their merchandise and products and things that they would want for their family before Christmas. Yeah, I think it's going to be a great event. I'm very excited about it. We're going to Houston next weekend after this game in Buffalo. We're going to the Texans game versus the Bills. I'm trying to plan a community volunteer day with the Bills Mafia backers that are in Houston. See if we can get them to come with us to like a food pantry and we volunteer for like 3 hours or so, just to really like live by the do good, be good. God bless and go Bills, like really doing good, not just going to a city, going to a bar, drinking and socializing, but like going to a city, doing something good, having fun, whooping ass, coming back home. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. I'll be back in Buffalo this weekend. I'll probably give you guys an update before I go to Houston, but appreciate y'all watching, appreciate y'all supporting. Yeah, have a great day on purpose. Hope you get some sunshine. I hope you stay warm wherever you're at. And don't forget to be the difference. Deuce.